Victim Number 1. Mario is a creepypasta surrounding a disturbing ROM hack of the game Super Mario World. This creepypasta story involves a moderator on the ROM hack site Super Mario World Central named Adam, who discovers a hack simply titled Mario. While playing, Adam finds out that the game contains a lot of creepy levels, spooky messages, and as well references to a mysterious character known as Victim Number 1. What made this creepypasta popular though was an image that was hidden within its files. This image, it's so incredibly haunting. As a kid, I hated this image. I remember it very well. What was this photo actually of though? Many people over the years grew very curious of its origins, and so investigation would start into tracking down the unedited version of this image. There were many different theories thrown around. Many people believe that this image was maybe a highly edited Fatal Frame image. Some people even thought it was maybe Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear. The most popular theory though was that the image was a GIMP Photoshop edit of a band member. An idea would later come around that maybe it was an edit of a member from the band Dora and Gray, if I pronounced that right, and it turned out that this theory was correct. Eventually, the image was amazingly found. On September 2nd, 2023, Discord user God had posted the unedited photo to the Victim Cord Discord server. Turns out that this image is actually a cosplay photo of the band and came from Flickr. And with this, the long search had come to an end. SpongeBob SquarePants 4D pre-show video. In 2003, there was this SpongeBob motion simulator ride called SpongeBob SquarePants 4D. It was in many different locations. It would debut at Flamingo Land Resort and would be at many Paramount Park locations. This ride revolved around SpongeBob teaching the people how to make a Krabby Patty. However, after losing a pickle, it would turn into a wild chase to get the pickle back. It was a memorable ride that a lot of people loved. While people would wait in line for this ride, there would be many TVs around in the queue, showing a pre-show video of SpongeBob in a line remembering memories from the show. This ride eventually closed and this pre-show video hadn't been seen since. The only things that were left available of it were a couple photos and incredibly brief clips. On July 5th, 2025, Twitter user Lost Media Busters made a post about this Lost SpongeBob pre-show video. A user had replied to this post saying they actually had the whole pre-show video downloaded. They revealed that they saved an old YouTube upload of it before it was deleted. And a day later, the entire pre-show video was sent to the Lost Media Busters who had uploaded it to their YouTube channel.
Of all the ships I've been on, I think my favorite is Friendship. Are you ready to go jellyfish?
Disgusting Domino's people.
2 Domino's employees facing charges tonight, and this is why. A shocking video that hit the web. It shows them allegedly messing with your food. They have turned themselves in, and tonight we've learned they will be charged. News Channel 36 reporter Tony Burback is live now at the Catawba County Jail.
And we have a lot of new information about...
In 2009, 5 different videos were uploaded to YouTube. In these videos, 2 Domino's workers would do lots of disgusting and strange stuff. Michael Setzer would contaminate food with his nostrils and buttocks, with Christy Hammonds narrating and filming everything, stating that the contaminated food will be sent to customers. Obviously, these videos were shocking and people were furious. Sort of a Burger King foot lettuce situation, but times 1,000. The videos got pretty popular and would receive more than 1 million views. With the videos going viral, eventually the 2 workers were identified and charged with a felony of food contamination and received short sentences and probation. It's a pretty memorable and just crazy situation. Domino's did everything they could to get these videos off the internet, and they did a pretty good job. Despite these videos going quite viral, the videos somehow were never archived and all 5 videos had become lost media. The only footage left available were small snippets from news reports. In 2024, a YouTuber who goes by Sizeron had decided to try and find all these missing lost videos, and in their search, managed to find 2 of the missing 5. These 2 were SNES sticks and Domino's pizza special ingredients. Sizeron had also mentioned that he actually discovered that a website known as goodasyou.org featured all of the videos and was allegedly archived by the site's owner. However, unfortunately, the videos were not viewable. The owner was contacted to see if they could maybe upload the videos, however, they never got back. Around a week after these discoveries, all of the videos were found. They were saved through the Good As You website link on the Wayback Machine using a specific download engine. All the videos from this website had been managed to be downloaded and were finally all archived. A very weird piece of Domino's history saved. Jumper and Singing Simon. On the Lost Media Wiki forums, a user who goes by Jupiter had made a post about some frog puppet show they used to watch as a kid in the late 90s. They remember it being called Jumper. Jupiter had claimed that their dad bought Jumper on VHS at a flea market in the San Francisco Bay Area around 1998, and gave it to their 3-year-old cousin who became obsessed with it. They have lots of memories with this show, and Jupiter and their family also remember this show. Jupiter also posted a mock-up drawing of what they remember the show looking like. The thing was though, this user couldn't find anything online about this show. Searching online for Jumper Frog Puppet Show gave nothing. It was like the show never existed. This became a pretty big lost media search. People wanted to find Jumper. Lots of suggestions and shows were brought up, but Jupiter confirmed these to not be what they remember at all. After some searching, eventually an advertisement for a video series was found titled Jumper, the Frog and Singing Simon, which had been published in the July 1988 issue of Billboard magazine. Was this the long-lost Jumper show Jupiter had been in search for? Eventually, YouTuber LSupersonic had bought a Jumper and Singing Simon VHS tape and uploaded the tape onto YouTube. This was in fact the long-lost Jumper show that Jupiter remembered watching and finally got to see it again after all these years. It's crazy that this show was lost for so long. For literal decades, there were no screenshots or footage of it on the internet at all. And crazy to think as well that it was probably seen by more people in the first couple hours of it being uploaded than it probably was in the first 37 years of its existence. Wild. Dora the Explorer meets George Lopez. In 2022, a strange post was made to the Lost Media Wiki forums. User Papala Commotion made a post explaining some weird Dora the Explorer commercial they saw around 2008 to 2009. The commercial stood out to them because it started out like normal, with Dora and Boots dancing and singing, minding their own business, usual Dora the Explorer stuff. And out of nowhere, George Lopez comes into frame and asks them where he is. This post gained lots of intrigue, specifically because there was no information about this commercial online. No photos or footage of it existed online at all. No one had mentioned it apart from this user. Was this commercial real? It turned out it was. Almost a year later, in 2023, a user who goes by Marbs made a Twitter post explaining that they found the commercial after watching a recording of the Backyardigans. They would upload the commercial to YouTube shortly after, making this obscure lost commercial found.
Hola, I'm Dora.
Hola yourself. Where am I?
On Nick Jr.
Nick Jr. I'm supposed to be on Nick at Night.
Wow, he's really far from home.
Can you tell me how to get to Nick at Night?
Who do we ask for help when we don't know which way to go?
Oh, that's easy. That would be my agent or GPS.
George Lopez, every night on Nick at Night.
Come on, vámonos!
Okay, I'm coming. And they say I got a big hit.
Look, it's
The Aquabats Aqua Battle. The Aquabats Aqua Battle was a flash game created to promote the upcoming show at the time, the Aquabats Super Show. I remember watching this show a lot as a kid. This flash game was put onto the Hub's website in 2012 and was a side-scrolling beat-em-up game. When the website was shut down, the game disappeared along with it and became unplayable. There were only screenshots and a couple gameplay videos of this game left available. And interestingly, a copyable of the game featuring the first level had been discovered on a Chinese website. It wasn't until August 29th, 2025 when the rest of the game had been uploaded onto the Flashpoint archive, making the game found and fully playable again. Super Mario 64 Big Star Secret. Now, I know this isn't technically found lost media, but this video was recently partially found. I thought I might as well bring it up and talk about it since it's actually pretty cool. In 2007, a video was uploaded to YouTube titled Super Mario 64 Big Star Secret, uploaded by a user who goes by LotusMan17. This video was gameplay of Super Mario 64 and was a fake tutorial showing how to unlock Luigi in the game. At the end of the video, a jump scare appeared and was the K-Fi car zombie commercial jump scare. The video was eventually deleted in 2011. The video, while it was available, actually gained a lot of views. It was actually why the video was deleted in the first place. The video had received constant hate and backlash due to the jump scare. Many people would talk about this video on different forums, however, for a while, no one could find anything about it. There was no information about it online. Looking through the Wayback Machine, the video had been spotted, with details about who made it and its title being discovered. Although saved through the Wayback Machine, the video itself unfortunately wasn't archived. Through this, it was found that there was actually a reaction video made a while ago reacting to Super Mario 64 Big Star Secret. However, it was very low quality, couldn't really make out anything on the screen. Eventually, something amazing happened. In May of this year, Lost Media Wiki Discord user Peter had managed to find the first 47 seconds of this video. Peter's old Windows XP computer had a corrupted browser cache, and every video he ever watched stayed on his computer. Peter only had 47 seconds though. There is another 4 minutes and 25 seconds still yet to be found. Still really fascinating though that this small snippet got found. I wonder if we will ever get to see the rest of it. Eddie Retractorhead. This was an animated series which aired on Nickelodeon UK in 2008, created by the same company that made Danger Mouse and Count Duckula. This series is strange. It's about a blob of mucus named Eddie who lives with an orange blob named Blab Blob. They live in an inflatable pie house in Area 52 and go on different adventures. For the longest time, there were only a couple available episodes online, while the rest had been lost and missing. 10 one-minute shorts were produced. The only episodes that had been available online were 3 titled as Trailer, Space Day, and Explodietus. This would change in 2019 when more episodes were found. Tracy Cleland, who was one of the series editors, had uploaded 2 different episodes onto her resume and Vimeo account. These episodes being House and Speed Photo. Years later, in 2022, the episode Olympics was found, when YouTuber Lucas's Archive uploaded a VHS recording of the lost episode. Finally, in July 2025, all of the episodes would be recovered. The whole series, including the missing episodes, was uploaded onto the Internet Archive by Jordan Wright, who had actually worked on the show. These episodes were in super high quality and were sourced from a real CD that had been found and sent by series director Gene Flynn. It took a while, but the series had been completely found in the end. The Incredibles promotional trailers. In 2004, before the release of Pixar's The Incredibles, there had been 3 online promotional trailers made. These trailers had been uploaded to the original Disney website and, interestingly, weren't promotional trailers that would have clips from the movie. Instead were real-life sort of skits. These promos had never been archived, and for a while, the only thing that had remained of them were recollections from users online who remembered watching them. However, in 2020, one of the trailers had been found. It had been found on a promotional CD-ROM that was distributed in the UK and had been put up online. Then in 2021, the other two had been discovered. QuickTime files were found and uploaded to archive.org, making these almost 2-decade-long obscure trailers found. McDonald's New Slang commercial. New Slang is a song that was created by the band The Shins and is from their 2001 debut album, Oh Inverted World. This song was eventually used in a McDonald's commercial, specifically was used in one that would air during the 2002 Winter Olympics. This commercial actually wasn't received well. The Shins at the time were an upcoming indie band, so licensing their song to McDonald's was seen as a sellout move by many viewers. Over the years, people have remembered this commercial. There can be old articles and forums found from different years of people discussing it and what the ad included. However, the commercial itself was lost. It didn't seem to be archived anywhere. That was until 2023, when a YouTuber who goes by Junkies Tape-In posted a commercial compilation to his channel. And in this commercial compilation was the long-lost New Slang McDonald's commercial, hidden away and found after 2 decades. Charlie the Steak. In 2013, a game was released to the iOS App Store called Charlie the Steak. In this game, you would beat up and mess with a piece of steak. The game was shortly taken down not long after, around a year later in 2015, and the only things that were left available of it were images and videos of gameplay. In 2024, the game became a meme, and would start gaining lots of popularity online despite being lost media. I guess it became a meme since the Charlie Steak character has a really funny and kinda uncanny look, so it's not really surprising this happened and became this viral meme. Eventually, the game was found. It was found on August 2nd, 2024, after archive.org user Keiko found the game on an old iOS device, who gave the game's IPA file to user Dipping Gaming, who then uploaded it to the Internet Archive. A couple days later, Sebastian Haddle, the developer of the game, went on to release the game to the App Store. However, it is only available in the US. The Backrooms original image. I'm sure most of you are all pretty much aware of the whole Backrooms phenomenon, all the different levels and stories, videos, and soon to be movie, which is crazy. This whole Backrooms thing started with this image that came from a 4chan post. This image is responsible for everything. However, for the longest time, no one really knew what this image's origins were. Where did it come from? What was the location of this image? Was it even real? There were so many questions about this image a lot of people wanted to know. This is the image responsible for the Backrooms and whole liminal space trends, so it's only fair people were very curious on where this image came from. The origin was eventually found after many years of searching. In May of 2024, the Virtual World Discord server found the original image through the Wayback Machine. It turns out to have come from a 2003 announcement that was promoting the construction of a new RC car interior for the Hobbytown USA racing team at their new address. The site showed off the progress and different rooms. It's so strange and just uncanny seeing the famous Backrooms image as just a normal renovation picture. It just looks so out of place. It's crazy that this simple renovation image led to this huge viral trend. I mean, there's a whole movie coming out that's pretty much based on this image. Who would have known? Spiky Joe's Truck. In 2001, an Australian short film was created titled Spiky Joe's Truck, and was only briefly shown at a variety of film festivals. The short film revolves around Spiky Joe, the owner of a local garage, who is having some trouble with his truck and tries to get it to start. The film hadn't been available online for a long time, It wasn't until 2012 when a 2-minute video clip was uploaded onto YouTube. Eventually, the entire film was found and made public. On October 11th, 2015, the entire short film, being 7 minutes long, was found and uploaded online by YouTube user Captain Guarantina. Copeland Herobrine stream. I'm sure most of you are aware of who Herobrine is, the mythical and hoax character which has been rumored to be in Minecraft. The rumor of Herobrine started a long time ago. It originated on 4chan back in August 2010. A Broadcraft streamer who goes by Copeland had become aware of this Herobrine rumor and wanted to take this rumor to another level. At the time, this rumor and Herobrine mystery was quite obscure. Herobrine had only appeared in Photoshop screenshots and images. At the time, there was no video evidence of this character. So, popular streamer at the time, Copeland, decided to orchestrate a hoax livestream where he would stumble upon the Herobrine character. He would go live for a couple hours, play Minecraft doing whatever, and then enter a house that has a Photoshop painting of Herobrine on the wall, which at the time probably looked very legit. Copeland would run and scream out the house and turn off the stream. The same day, Copeland would upload the stream to the Minecraft forum, and it blew up. People really weren't sure if this was real or not. This stream is said to be responsible for being a big part in making Herobrine a huge popular name and turning this character into a worldwide rumor. However, despite how legendary this moment was, this livestream from Copeland had actually become lost media. No one had it, there were no archives of it online, and only recreations of it existed. However, the stream was eventually recovered. On July 14th, 2024, YouTuber Blame It On George had made a video discussing the lost livestream. And only a day later, a YouTuber who goes by Brutalif Jump, I believe, had watched this video and was shocked to find out this was lost. They had actually downloaded this video way back in the day, and after finding out it was lost media, the full stream was quickly uploaded to YouTube. And finally, after all these years, this long-lost iconic livestream was found again.
I'm not a liar.
Why do you have no skin?
Cause he keeps changing my skin back to the regular skin. Don't you guys?
Who's
Him! He is him! Ah!
Cope's finding my
Oh my God.
Man. It was that Minecraft, it was that Warcraft, man.
That made me...
Rubbish. In 1982, a 46-minute film was created by the Marionette Theatre of Australia titled Rubbish. It was a live-action film that took place on the streets of Sydney. It revolved around a boy creating puppet friends using different pieces of rubbish found on the street. The film was quite notable and memorable for having a creepy witch character that scared many viewers and children. The film was lost and not available on the internet for many years. However, in 2015, Lost Media Wiki founder Dykate had found the film and uploaded the film onto Vimeo. Little Big Planet PSP SpongeBob commercial. On November 19th, 2009, a YouTube channel that goes by Gentista999 had uploaded a Comedy Central commercial that was promoting the SpongeBob Think Happy Day Marathon. At the very last second of this commercial, there is a 1-second clip of another separate commercial and is of SpongeBob playing a PSP.
20. November ab 20:15 Uhr auf Comedy Central.
What was this commercial at the end? No one really knew. It wasn't sure if this commercial was promoting the PSP console itself or the video game Little Big Planet, the game that SpongeBob is playing in the commercial. People had asked Gentista999 if they had the full commercial available, but since the channel hadn't been active since 2009, it was unlikely they would be uploading the full commercial. In the end though, the full commercial was found, and the commercial was pretty underwhelming, to be honest. It was only 8 seconds long and didn't really contain anything else. It was found on November 21st, 2023 after a user named Lazuli had uploaded the full commercial to YouTube. The advertisement was in an MTV commercial compilation that had been uploaded to the Internet Archive the same day. Found Roblox virus. In the Lost Media Wiki forums, a user who goes by Mikey G had created a post about a Roblox jump scare they remember back in 2011 to 2012. They remember watching a video showing this virus and it sounded very weird. The video they watched was showcasing some Windows 7 software that appears to hack Roblox and give the user free Robux. However, the download link in the description contained a file that jump scares the victim by going full screen and displaying a poorly drawn screaming face on a black background with multiple lines of text saying "fuck you" flying around the screen while playing extremely loud mariachi band music. Apparently the video was quite popular and had many comments with people mad at the video. People tried helping out this user and no one could find what they were looking for. That was until it was found. Footage of the virus had been found. I'm not sure if this is the exact video Mikey G was looking for, but this was without a doubt the virus they remember seeing. It sounds so loud and looks crazy. Pretty funny stuff. Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. In 2010, Sega had actually released a Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games iOS game. This was created to promote Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games DS and Wii. The game was taken down quite quickly and seemed to be definitely only made as a promotion. Although footage and screenshots of it were available online, the game was lost and unavailable after it was pulled from the App Store. In 2019, the game was found and made available again after the .ipa file was discovered by Lost Media Wiki user MTB Cooler. Mega Man 2 iOS. In 2009, a port of Mega Man 2 was uploaded to the iPhone and iPod Touches, both a full version and a light version. I remember playing this port so much as a kid. I remember playing it on my mum's phone a lot. The game got trashed a lot for its touchscreen controls and apparently had terrible physics too. Just not as good as the real official game. It eventually disappeared from the App Store around 2015. On December 4th, 2020, this iOS port was uploaded onto archive.org by user MatPack13. And around a month later, the light version of the game was then discovered too, making both versions of this iOS port found again. iCarly at the 2008 Kids' Choice Awards. iCarly at the 2008 Kids' Choice Awards was a small web series that was created to promote Nickelodeon's 2008 Kids' Choice Awards. This web series was available to watch on the official iCarly website until March of 2018. This is when all Nickelodeon websites affiliated with Dan Schneider were shut down after his contract was terminated and had parted ways completely. For many years, it was believed that 6 episodes of this web series were created and 2 of the episodes were lost as 4 had been uploaded to YouTube. However, in 2021, after finding out about some of these iCarly web episodes being lost and unavailable, a YouTuber who goes by Quinton Reviews got into contact with a Lost Media Wiki user who goes by Race Olympics. Quinton Reviews told this user he actually had all the episodes of this lost series. He would quickly upload all the episodes onto Vimeo. What was crazy about this was Quinton uploaded 12 episodes. It was thought that only 6 were made, so a lot more was actually missing than originally realized. Nevertheless, the iCarly web series had been found again. Luigi murders Yoshi. Back in the 2000s, YTPs, also known as YouTube poops, were a very popular thing going around. Strange and crazy edits of different media. In 2008, a video was uploaded to YouTube by user Porkaboo12 titled Luigi Murders Yoshi, Extremely Sad, and was a YTP of the episode Mama Luigi from the Super Mario World series. It was a 2-minute video where Yoshi would get killed by Luigi, and then after is supposedly a montage of Yoshi using stills from the show. It gained lots of popularity and views. It's a video a lot of people remember watching and have talked about online. The video was eventually deleted, and with this, the video had since become completely lost. No one had any footage of it whatsoever. Now, this is another entry where unfortunately the whole video isn't completely found, but a clip of it has been found since the search begun. Amazingly, in 2024, a clip of this long-lost video had been found. It was discovered in an old YouTube video titled YouTube Poop News. The categories are. Only 14 seconds of this lost video was included in it.
Oh my god, seriously?
The person who made this video doesn't have the video anymore, and this 14 seconds is all we have right now. I wonder if anyone had downloaded this video while it was still up. There are different recreations made of this video showing what it likely looked like, and they're honestly pretty good. Bendy Kid found footage. Okay, this entry is kinda stupid, but I thought it would be funny to include it. I don't know. So, have you guys seen that video of the kid dancing in front of the class to a Bendy and the Ink Machine song? There's 2 popular videos like this, but the one I'm talking about is this one. It's pretty funny and has become quite iconic, honestly. Who is this kid though? Is there more footage out there? I saw this TikTok the other day which was showing a video of a supposedly unseen Bendy Kid video with the caption, "Bendy Kid lost media footage found." In this video, he isn't doing a Bendy dance and seems to be actually singing a Five Nights at Freddy's Christmas song. So yeah, a lost video found, I guess. I have no idea. I just thought this entry would be pretty funny to include in a found media video. There isn't much to this. I wonder if there's more media of this kid waiting to be found. The Substitute. What I'm talking about in this entry is The Substitute from 1993, not The Substitute from 1996. This 1993 film is a TV movie that had been produced for the USA Network in 1993, and what makes it pretty interesting is that this was the film debut of Mark Wahlberg, who was still at the time a pop rapper who went by Marky Mark. The film was about a high school English teacher who had been cheated on by her husband, and because of this goes on a killing spree. The film wasn't available online anywhere and became lost. It was never released through home video in the US and was only known to have been released on VHS in Argentina, Germany, and Japan, all being dubbed. However, in 2017, the film was found. It had been randomly discovered on a website called PrimeWire. In 2020, the entire film had been uploaded to YouTube by user MermaidGal98. FNAF 4 Apple Store bootleg. Around the time Five Nights at Freddy's 4 was released, a fake version of the game was released onto the App Store that costed $10. It had the exact same description as the original game and was flooded with positive reviews to make it look like the actual FNAF 4 game. However, when purchased and played, users would quickly find out this was not Five Nights at Freddy's 4. The title screen was straight up this image of Pinkie Pie on top of Freddy. It would then go through a bunch of strange questions to answer before going to a bizarre 2D platformer. The game was eventually taken down and became lost and unplayable for over 9 years. On November 17th, 2024, a user made a post to the Lost Media subreddit talking about this obscure lost game. Eventually, a user named AlternativeWater81 replied. They had a Google Drive with the IPA, which stands for iOS App Store package. They had this full bootleg game downloaded and had gotten it back in 2022 on the AppCake site when some links were still up. Pugsy Super Nintendo Build. Pugsy is a puzzle video game that had been released on the Mega Drive and Mega CD consoles. The game was developed by Traveler's Tales. While this game was being developed, there was a version of this game that was going to be released on the Super Nintendo. However, this build was eventually cancelled due to the poor sales the Genesis version was receiving. It was believed that only one copy of this Super Nintendo version existed and was in the hands of John Burton, who is the founder of Traveler's Tales. He made a video showing off this earlier version of the game. However, in April 2022, the Cutting Room Floor had made a tweet announcing they had acquired a new game board, and days later would confirm this to be Pugsy for the Super Nintendo. They would do a live stream playing this long lost version and eventually uploading the ROM online. The Smurfs Benzol commercials. In 1978, the UK gas company National Benzol had released a bunch of Smurfs figurines. To promote these figurines and their gas stations, they would put out a variety of different commercials featuring the Smurfs. The commercials were strange as the animation style was very different to the more well-known animated series that would come out a few years later. These commercials over the years remained completely missing. They couldn't be viewed online or anywhere pretty much. The only thing available of these commercials was a 1978 magazine that had stills of one of them. It wasn't until 2013 when BP themselves uploaded one of the commercials to their YouTube. Later on, eventually 7 of the commercials were uploaded to the BP video library. This seems to be all of the commercials that were created. And just like that, after all those years, they were found and uploaded. Rayman Garden. The Mitsubishi Triumph Eclipse phone had a game on it pre-installed known as Rayman Garden. I'm sure most of you know about Rayman, the video game character and series. Rayman Garden was definitely the most obscure game in the series and was pretty much forgotten about for almost decades. Until 2018, there was no footage of it online. It wasn't until July 28th, 2018 when YouTuber FrameRater uploaded gameplay to YouTube, making this upload the first footage of it online, which is crazy. In 2023, a ROM of a Mitsubishi Triumph Eclipse MT450 mobile phone, which contains Rayman Garden, was uploaded to archive.org. Since there isn't an emulator for this phone created, this game is still unavailable to play. Aliens in Our Food. Aliens in Our Food was an educational website and game from 1999 that was a point-and-click adventure. It would teach the basics of food hygiene and its importance, teaching how to avoid food poisoning and follow hygiene rules. Its publisher, the Health Education Authority, had eventually gone defunct on March 1st, 2000. After this, the rights for Aliens in Our Food would then go to the Food Standards Agency. In late 2002, the website was shut down and the game was no longer sold. The game had become unavailable for all these years and became unplayable and lost. However, amazingly, on July 6, 2023, a user on the Internet Archive who goes by Coop the Cooper had found the software of the game hidden somewhere in an old school computer. With this discovery, the game was dumped to the Internet Archive a couple months later. In December of the same year, more discoveries were made. The official website actually had been found on the Internet Web Archive, and a day after the website was found, posters for the game were found in the website files.